with the crowd, buying some peanuts and trying to jack. I don't care if
Oh, triple. This is a 1937 Rockola World Series. I've just finished its restoration. I'm going to take you through the insides and show you how it works. The plate on the left of the machine inside shows you who's playing in the 1937 World Series.
Well, let's see, we have on the bags, we have who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third.
There's your coin slide and the handle to swing the bat. Here's the linkage that works the bat when you press on the bat handle. Swing. The header lights up real pretty when the game starts up.
You know, strange it may seem, they give these ball players nowadays very peculiar names. Funny names? Strange names, pet names like Dizzy Dean.
Home run! Hey, batter, batter, batter! He's throwing balls off to his left. Triple! Home run! Getting a base hit, a single or a double, triple, or a home run, the balls will follow these troughs and end up in these 4 holes and fall through to one of these 4 positions. This is for single, double, triple, and home run. If I drop a ball in the single position, or single base, it goes down to here. Getting another single works a series of levers that cause these arms to raise and lower, and it moves the guy on first base to second. With 3 men on base and no runs, if I get a single, walks 1 man in and gives me a run. I'll do that again. I get a run. If I get a double, it'll walk 2 men in. Now I have a man on second and third. A home run will clear everybody out and give me all runs. The home run counter is incremented by a ball traveling through this trough, going into this cup, and the weight of the ball pushes the cup downwards. Then this lever increments the counter by 1. I'll drop a ball in here, going for a home run. Incremented the counter. This is for a single. And this is a double. You can see that it works these levers. It pushes that lever. That's what causes those fingers to raise in the front. And then push this lever. This is a triple over here. And this is a home run. These flaps activate the fingers up and down. You'll notice that this flap is solid all the way across for all 4 positions. This flap is only connected across 3 positions. This flap only across 2 positions. This is how they get single, double, triple, or home run to activate those fingers the right number of times. Because a base hit, this doesn't do anything to the fingers, nor does this flap, nor does this flap, but this very last flap will activate the fingers 1 time in front. So base hit, if there is a guy on first, right here is when you advance him to second, and this ball falls into first. If you have a double, this flap and this flap do nothing, but this flap raises the fingers, and then this flap raises the fingers. So you get 2 position moves on a double. For a triple, nothing happens here, but this moves the fingers, this does, and this does. So you get 3. And then home run, all of them work the fingers. This is a view from underneath, so you can see how all the flaps are interrelated to each other. This lever right here works the fingers. So every time this goes up and down 1 time, we've advanced the ball from first to second base, second to third, and so on. If I drop a ball in a base hit single, we move that 1 time. So a guy on first would have been moved to second when that moved 1 time. A double will move that lever twice. Once, twice. A triple will move it 3 times. A home run will only move it 3 times also, but the ball, as it goes past the 3rd time, it drops into a position that automatically lets it come out and be a run. So we should get 3 on this one also. 1, 2, 3. And then the ball's returned as a home run. When you get any hit and the ball falls onto this plate, it pulls on a lever, which comes forward and pulls on this, and it increments your runner, how many hits you have. Also, this plate, this trough is pulled down, which increments the name of the person at bat. If the catcher catches a ball, the ball will land right here. The weight pushing down on this trough will activate this entire system, and right now I have 2 strikes and 3 balls waiting, but when the catcher catches it, I'm going to increment my player, going to have an out, and all of my balls and strikes will be cleared. Each one of these plates, working all the way down, each plate has a weight on the back side that is adjustable. If this weight is pivoted more inward, then it takes less force to activate the plate. If the weight is swung backwards, it takes more force to activate the plate. And it's very critical. Every one of these has to be adjusted just right so that the weight of the ball is just enough to activate and let the plate fall. When you get balls and strikes, balls will go here, strikes go here. When the strike ball falls and goes past this lever, it pushes down on it and goes into the strike position to indicate a strike, and the umpire throws out his right hand. Strike. So we'll drop the ball here, watch a strike happen, watch the ump. Indicates a strike. For the ump to indicate a ball, his left hand will throw out, and that's this other lever that gets activated. Ball. Here I've got 1 ball and 1 strike. I'll get a second strike. Falls into position. And a third strike will be enough weight to tip this plate up, let everything clear, and that third strike becomes a second out. Ends up here. Notice that I had a man on third when that happened. When I get my third out, then I'll clear all the bases also. So let's go ahead and put a man on second and a man on first. We'll have bases loaded, and then we'll get 1 strike, 2 strikes, third strike, we'll clear everything out. When a nickel is inserted in the coin slide and the coin slide is pushed in, the back of the slide pushes on this lever, pushes it back and latches a relay, which is just around the back side of this plate, but it holds it backwards when this relay latches in, and that completes some electrical contacts to start the motor. Once the motor starts, it will stay running until the game is over. You have 3 outs.
Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
For more information, visit GameRoomRepair.com.